Hey, good morning everyone and welcome back to Crypto Conversation. So I have three strong reasons why Bitcoin will continue to surge in the longer term. And also there have been some tweet about this could be the last month that Bitcoin would be seen at $10,000. So a lot of positive news on Bitcoin. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the Bitcoin Cash promotion, which is kind of quite weird. And Japan has come up with the strong regulations. They have defined about 5 points that all the exchanges need to follow in order to operate. And this could be an example for all the other countries, right? So welcome back. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. And also, it's not a financial advice. So let's start with the market cap. So right now, the Bitcoin market cap is slightly dropped. It's dropped down to $9,400. 9,300 in fact, which is dropping like 5% now. I saw this morning about 9,500. Okay, but there are some positive news. So Brand Kelly, who works for the CNBC, has given three strong reasons why the Bitcoin will continue to surge. And the first reason he has given is obviously it's natural, the Goldman Sachs adoption, right? And the number two reasons he gave is that there's a clarity from the security from the ACC and CFTC. Right, so SEC Chairman Jay Clayton recently said that Bitcoin is not a security because it does not benefit any company, organization, or institution. And so there is a clarity that, okay, Bitcoin is not a security, right? And the third one is that the consensus May 2018, which starts from 14th to 16th May. So this could be a couple of reasons why Bitcoin will continue to surge. Now, that might look doubtful right now looking at the price because it just dropped down from 9,800 to 9,300. But again, this is just a prediction, not a financial advice, and things can go, otherwise. Let's talk about the Bitcoin coin market cap. So coin market cap has quietly removed the Bitcoin Cash promoting Bitcoin.com. So Bitcoin.com is owned by Roger Ver. And if you clicked on Bitcoin Cash here, so it used to have two websites. So it used to have so now when you click on website, you'll only see bitcoincash.org, and that is how it's supposed to be. But earlier you had bitcoin.com as well. So for the new people, for the beginners, they might think that Bitcoin Cash is a Bitcoin, which actually is not. But by the way, this brings me to this interesting tweet recently. In fact, Bitcoin, the Twitter handle went on to say that Bitcoin Cash is the oldest currency, and its white paper was published in 2008. So, and Genesis block was mined in January 2009. So clearly, calling Bitcoin Cash the real Bitcoin, that was the tweet, right? Which is quite misleading because Bitcoin Cash is the fork version. It's not the real Bitcoin. To which Michael Novogratz replied. Michael Novogratz again is somebody who has been very bullish. I've been following him very closely because this guy has worked for Goldman Sachs, Wall Street. Now, he has also predicted Bitcoin to be about $40,000 by 2018, December, this year exactly. So, to which he replied that Bitcoin Core is Bitcoin and not the Bitcoin Cash. So, as you can see, all the prominent people into the space, they hate Bitcoin Cash to be called as Bitcoin, but because certainly it's not, that's not really true. It's the fork version, right? There's another tweet that I found this morning I want to share. So this is coming from the Roger Way. He's saying that he is basically posted a picture of Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash. He said the performance wise. So if you look at the performance of Bitcoin, it has grown by 39%. But if you look at the performance of Bitcoin Cash, has grown about 268%. So is this the better reason why you should consider Bitcoin Cash as the real Bitcoin? That's not true. Of course, then there was neither reply that what exactly do you want to do? Earlier you said that Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin because it is faster. Now you're saying Bitcoin Cash is the real Bitcoin because it gives you more return. So what exactly? So as you can see, Roger Ver is trying to bring in all good points and trying to do everything that's possible for him to prove that Bitcoin Cash is the new Bitcoin, right? This is in terms of the regulations, guys. So very important. I think this is something that all the countries can also follow in case they want to regulate cryptocurrencies. So it says that Japan introduces 5-point agenda for cryptocurrency exchange regulation. 5 points. So what are those 5 points? Right, so the 5 points are, the first one is the cryptocurrency exchange platforms will adhere to the robust security. So basically enabling 2FA for currency transfer, and this is basically to secure the funds, and this is, if you remember the coin check hack recently. So basically they want to avoid any such hacks, and so the first priority that the regulators have from exchanges that you be secured, right? So enabling 2FA and all that. Number 2 is they want them to do KYC. As a result, there will be a stringent customer ID protocols for large value crypto transfer. I think which most of the Indian exchanges were doing, and most of the foreign exchanges are also doing. Number 3 that they asked is to remove, to have the best practices regarding the asset management activities. So what does it mean is that none of the employees should be able to trade on customers' behalf, buy or sell. They should not have any access, or they should not also have access to manipulate. So the agency also wants cryptocurrency exchange platforms to provide systems in place that will prevent employees from making unauthorized trades with users' funds, which is also quite important, I guess. Number 4 is restrictions on the particular cryptocurrencies like privacy-based coins. So the privacy-focused cryptocurrency should not be traded on these exchanges, right? And number 5 is they're calling for clear organizational structure. So they're calling as such there should be a separation of shareholders from management team, and also development and asset management team roles should be separated. And the separation is to prevent insider trading and other forms of internal system manipulation. So quite interesting regulation, I say. I think they have studied quite well, and I think this is something which every exchange should be doing, right? So this basically becomes a blueprint for all the other exchanges also in other countries to bring down the regulations on these cryptocurrency exchanges. Chinese media has accused ICOs and exchanges of defying crackdown. So if you remember, China had shut down the cryptocurrency exchanges. They say that cryptocurrencies are not allowed, but still there are trading going on, there are new ICOs going on. And what do you expect from the media? So Chinese media has criticized these ICOs and cryptocurrency exchanges, saying that you did not follow the regulations. Well, what they don't understand is it is actually bad for China as a country to stop these kind of activities, because these are new innovations. And the fact of the matter is that you cannot really stop. You cannot really stop ICOs, you cannot really stop cryptocurrency transactions, no matter what kind of ban you get, right? Because these can be done on internet. So the Chinese media, as always, the mainstream media always tries to accuse things or bring in. The media has not been very crypto friendly, I would say, overall, right? Except US media. I think the CNBC really speaks well about cryptocurrencies. I haven't seen many other media platform who really speaks well about cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin. This is the last point. The Warren Buffett has again thrashed Bitcoin, calling it's a rat poison squared, right? So he doesn't seem to stop. He recently said that it's a mirage, not recently, about a couple of years back, and then he said something else. Now again he said that it's a rat poison. So clearly he doesn't understand. And so I was watching his interview on CNBC over here, and
assets remain. I mean, if you bought gold at the time of Christ.
So one of the things that he actually mentions is that Bitcoin does not give you any fixed return. So which is quite true, because if you bought a house, if you bought a property, this gives you good return. Where Bitcoin does not give you good return. Its value purely depends on the price. So he is right in that way. But what he does not understand probably is that Bitcoin, you cannot consider Bitcoin to be those kind of assets, right? So this is an asset, this is a new technology where you're speculating on the price, that the technology will be adopted by masses, and that is how the price of the Bitcoin will grow. Like how you fund a startup, like how you invest into a startup, right? This is a different kind of investment, right? And this is also speculation, I would say. So clearly, uh, he has an opinion. I definitely respect his opinion. I think this is the same for everyone. If anyone who does not understand Bitcoin should not be investing into it. And of course, this is a risk. This is not which is going to be giving you fixed return. Its investment purely depends on the adoption and use cases. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Let me know your opinion. What do you think about all this news? What do you think about Roger Ver promoting Bitcoin Cash everywhere? And what do you think about the Japanese regulations on cryptocurrencies exchanges? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Please take care.